What's going on? So this is my Madden 19 Access 18 and Maximum Football. Well, Doug Flutie's Maximum Football 18. I won't say it's like it's kind of like a comparison, but like it's really what's better for you and what I don't like, and what I won't say why you should try the independent ones, but or why the independent ones are better, why the independent games are better. But if you think about it, Madden's been out for ever. But the thing is, they don't they don't listen to the fans. That's the problem. A lot of people complained on my Access 18 first thoughts video, and a lot of things I got was it's not simulation football. It is simulation football. It's a lot better than Madden 19. Madden 19 still has tons and tons of problems, and they don't even listen to people about things that they should have or like other features. Like the last time we actually had an expansion team was in 2002, right? And that was in Madden 2002. It was nice. And the Texans had really crappy uniforms and everything like that, but you could actually have an expansion draft. Why can't we do that now? You take just like we have in connected franchise, you get so many teams you get to pick from, but you don't even get to pick what the uniforms look like. You don't even get to pick maybe a city. It's just that way it's easier for, I guess, the announcers or people want to hear what the team is called and stuff like that. I can understand if you want to do that, but at least give us uniform options, or give us the option to have an expansion draft. Like, just be like the Colts did, or like the Ravens. Leave Baltimore, leave Indianapolis, and just go straight to Baltimore. Or however that worked. I can't remember. Or no, was it? Yeah, they left Cleveland. My fault. They left Cleveland and then they went to Baltimore. But it's just the simple fact of just like little things. We've wanted a draft forever since 2K had it in 2010. We still haven't got one of those. Instead, we get like a little draft board, but like it doesn't help with my player. We don't even have a my player. We have long shot, and that failed miserably. And I don't know what they're trying to do with that, and it's terrible. The first one was so drawn out that he didn't get to play enough. This one you get to play a little bit more, and the story is just horrendous. So I don't know. There's just not too many things. There's not. They focus so much on MUT. It's ridiculous. Like they gave us the custom draft classes after such a long time, but like they don't really focus on anything else. And I won't say it's disturbing, because well, no, it is disturbing. How many people will just want to go online and go play MUT instead of actually trying to do something else? Like I really only play franchise. I like franchise, and that's it. I don't like playing MUT. It's not that I don't like playing against other people, but what's the point whenever you're restricted? Like, why should I have to go spend money to play other people? Like, I remember back before, like in Madden 07, and I think Madden 8, and Madden 09, where you had to pay for extra uniforms if you wanted. Like, I think it was for the AFL uniforms, and then you got like special referees and stuff like that. So it's just different. I don't know. But let me see what else. Long shot mode's bad. There's no coaching carousel either. So you can't, like, even if you do the coach mode, if you want to be a coach, you can't like hire assistant coaches or anything like that. So there's no other perks, where I think I think maybe even Madden 12 for Xbox 360 had that. Like there's so many features, there's so many things for last gen, and then even the generation before that, everything was just so much better. That's why I play the older games. But I'm not saying like this is a bash on Madden. Like, yeah, they did give us the custom draft classes. Connected franchise is cool, but they're going to stick with their moneymaker, and that's MUT. But you should actually give these other companies an opportunity, like Access Football and Maximum Football, because there's nothing wrong with them. They give you more things, but it's just because they're not graphically I guess, appealing to you that you don't do it. It's like going to Walmart for real, and you see those new potato chips or those new Oreos, because Frito-Lay's got all those different flavors and everything. Pick a different flavor. Like, just try something new. It may not be good at first, but it'll stick with you. So just like before, like with Access Football, like you still have exhibition games, franchise. You still have your customization. You still have different options. You can try to make the game better. You have game speed. You have the clock speed. You have almost the same things in Madden, but these things actually matter when it comes to game speed. I haven't even gotten to penalty things, like taking away the less frequent penalties, but I haven't had problems with penalties since I've been playing. I've actually had more penalties with Maximum Football than I have with Madden or Access Football. But I think you just have a lot more when it comes to the options, except for you don't have a digital game guide like you do with Madden. I miss that with video games. You don't get the the books anymore. I mean, it was cooler with like Fable and other games like that, but sports games, there's no like backstory to it. But what was it? I think in Madden 2002, it actually had to explain to you how to do the expansion draft, because if you missed it, if you simulated, you would totally be left out and you wouldn't get to do it the next year. But just like this, it has the player editor, team editor, same things that the other two games have, but you actually get to do stuff with the uniform editor, and unlike Madden. This is the only other thing like Madden that this game has a problem with, is its load times. Its load time is actually it's a lot faster than Madden by far, but it's still a hiccup. But you still have all these choices for uniforms. I like to customize stuff. I think it's important, but not everybody's all about customization. But I think it's important. The thing is, you can't make your own logo, but that's something that you can do in Maximum Football. But like I said, a lot of people were complaining, saying, "Oh, this isn't simulation football," but it is. And I like that it has coach mode. Maybe I don't want to play the game. Maybe I want to just, call plays. Like I think it's fun to do on the phone, and I don't have any issues with that ever. And it's cool, like being on the road, be able to play on the phone and be able to play coach mode, and not have to worry about actually throwing to the players and stuff like that. I enjoyed it a lot more. And then, it doesn't have a super. It really doesn't have a super sim, but one thing that Madden does have is the moments thing. But sometimes that moments thing totally bypasses. You could be losing drastically, and it's oh, we're finally in the red zone. I think if you're losing by 21, it should just throw you in automatically, or ask if you want to jump in instead of just letting you keep on losing. It's really, really bad. But that's it for Access Football. There's a lot more going on with it. There really is. And it even tells you, instead of just giving you one overall, like Madden does, it goes back to how originally it was. Defense, special teams, and you can average it up yourself. It's not too hard. But yeah, that's it for Access Football. So this is, Maximum Football, or Doug Flutie's Maximum Football. So the weather on this one looks a lot better than it is on Access Football. When you get snow, it just snows. There's no snow on the ground. I think this is actually pretty cool. The only thing I don't like is the announcer. You can barely hear him. He does do his job, but you have to turn up the volume for the announcer super, super high in order to hear him. That's pretty cool. And I'd say I didn't think about this one but until I did it, but if you're trying to do the weather and do a night game, which they just added, which is pretty cool, the load time on this is pretty high. Customization is still normal. Like, they don't have tons of jersey options, but it's up to you to actually make the jersey look however you want to. So, like, but they do have the logo editor, which is new. And if you're familiar with backbreaker football at all, you'll be familiar with this logo editor because it's the same. The only thing I had issues was with with trying to find the letters to put like letters and stuff inside the logo to make it look cool. But other than that, like, you have to be patient with. I don't want to say be patient, but take every. It's just the fact of just trying to find a good football game, and Madden isn't the best. Like, I still play my older Madden games, and it's just can't find what I want. Goku, can you shut up while I'm trying to do this, man? It's so hard. Every time I start talking, you snore louder. But yeah, overall, like, this isn't a bad game either. They both have. Access has their hiccups if you do like the high performance stadiums and everything like that, and you try to push it to its limits, and that's when you have frame rate problems and everything like that. Where with this is built by a bigger studio and stuff like that, but they do listen to everybody. This game has only been out for. This is its second season being out, and they listen to their fans. They fix things and stuff like that. They're even trying to raise money to get a studio. So if you go check them out on Twitter, you can find out how to be part of their tier system and stuff like that. And I think it's like $20 a month to be up for their top tier. The only thing I couldn't find was like a direct payment, so you just like pay it all like at one time, like Gridiron Champions did, and then you get like all those different perks of like having yourself in the game with the position and everything like that. But Access Football only has like a few people working on it, and they've been in the game for like since 2015. So just, at least they try. That's the thing. They're trying. Just like my dog's trying to tune me out right now. He's snoring. I hope you can hear that. I'm sorry if you can hear that. But that's my bulldog. He's an English bulldog, and I got to hear that all the time. But like I said, it's just showing you like what game is better for you. You can't hold any of these games up to the standard of Madden, except for unless you're like me, and because that is the standard right now. But you're taking independent games and holding them to that high standard, and you might be disappointed, but you might not be, because of the things that the only football game that's been out there for a while, and it's terrible because they don't listen to the fans. They don't do what they do like these independent companies do. So support them, And the games are cheap. They're only $16. I think they're both $20. I think Maximum Football is $16.99. I can't remember. But either way, they're cheap. They're dirt cheap. Go get them. Because I remember when 2K5 came out and it was only $19.99, and everybody bought that over a $60 Madden game. And I mean, yeah, it's not like there's anything too special about the games except for the gameplay. It's really it's decent, It's just really decent. And you don't have as many goof ups and everything as you do on Madden, and you don't have all these players going through each other, and the tackles actually look halfway decent compared to these goofy tackles on Madden. Now, I've had some problems with tackling on Maximum Football where I could actually be like a whole like yard away from my guy, and he can still tackle someone. But my biggest complaint, and if anybody watches this, for a superstar mode, put a kicker in. Kickers are the most important people in the game. They get fired the most too, and they're the top scoring people in the top 24 in the NFL. Kickers matter. They have the most stress, not the quarterback, the kicker. So if any of you guys make a superstar mode, put the kicker position in there. Field goal kickers matter. Punters matter. Linemen matter. Everybody should be able to do some kind of superstar mode thing. So, like, I don't understand why they can't do that. And then, I say my last gripe for this game is the season. The franchise, there's not really a franchise mode, but the season mode, like, you can't play that just as your team. You have to play as, well, you can simulate through the rest and just play the one game that you want to, but it would be better if you could just focus on one game. And there was an interception. I think that's one thing I've had problems with is interceptions on this game. But overall, it's not bad. It's not a bad game. So, yeah. And overall, it's not a bad game. But just try it. That's it. Just try it. And my dog thought it'd be funny to fall off the couch. But yeah, either way. That's why I started laughing. Just try the games. Like I said, it's like going to the Oreo aisle or to the chip aisle. You see something new, try it. Give it a chance. If you don't, you have no idea what you'll be missing. Could either be some god-awful chips or some god-awful Oreos, or it could be some really, really good stuff, and you're missing out because everybody else is probably eating it. So, all right. Have a good one.